I told my daughter to pay me for babysitting or find someone else. My daughter Natalie got married right after high school, which my husband and I thought was way too young, but she was convinced she found her soulmate, so we kept our mouths shut. Natalie became a stay-at-home wife by choice and got pregnant pretty quickly. Since her husband Jordan worked long hours, she spent most days at my house during her pregnancy. I didn't mind the company, and we had some really nice mother-daughter time. When baby Lily was born, Natalie kept coming over with her, which was totally fine. I love my granddaughter, and new moms need support, but then something changed. Natalie started dropping Lily off and leaving for hours without asking. At first, it was just quick trips to the grocery store. Then it became 3-hour shopping trips. Then she started asking me to babysit every single weekend so she and Jordan could go out on dates. I agreed for about 3 weeks because I felt bad for her. Being a new mom is exhausting, and I remembered how hard it was when my 4 kids were little. But then, my husband and I made plans for our anniversary dinner, and I told Natalie I couldn't babysit that Saturday. She completely lost it on the phone. Mom, you need to be more understanding. I never get to leave the house. I'm going crazy, stuck with a baby all the time. She was crying and guilt-tripping me so hard that I felt terrible. So we canceled our dinner and watched Lily instead. My husband was disappointed, but he said we should help our daughter. We even had to postpone our vacation to Mexico because Natalie needed us to babysit while Jordan went on some work trip. Here's the thing though, we're in our 60s now. My husband has a bad limp from an old injury, and I have arthritis that makes it hard to bend down. Lily is not a newborn anymore. She's crawling everywhere, getting into everything, and requires constant attention. Last week, I was chasing her around for 4 hours straight while Natalie was at the nail salon. By the time she picked Lily up, my back was killing me and I could barely walk. That's when I noticed Natalie never comes over just to visit anymore. She only shows up when she needs me to babysit. No family dinners, no just hanging out and talking. She drops Lily off and disappears until it's convenient for her to pick her up again. So yesterday when she called asking if I could watch Lily this weekend, I finally said what I'd been thinking. Natalie, at this point, you need to either pay me like you'd pay any other babysitter or find someone else. The line went dead quiet. Then she started screaming about how horrible it was for me to charge money to watch my own granddaughter, how I was being selfish and cruel, and how grandmothers are supposed to help their children. I told her I helped plenty, but I'm not a free daycare service. I said, you hired a babysitter 2 weeks ago to go to that concert. If you can pay a stranger, you can pay me. She hung up on me. An hour later, Jordan called saying Natalie was sobbing and that I was destroying their family. He said they couldn't afford to pay for childcare every weekend, and how could I put a price on spending time with my granddaughter? I explained that I love Lily, but I also want to enjoy my retirement with my husband. We raised 4 kids already. We're tired and our bodies can't keep up with a toddler every single weekend. Natalie hasn't spoken to me in 3 days.